All right. I want to review the movie Planet Hulk on Netflix. It's a cartoon, it's Marvel. I'm going to start by saying I grew up with Marvel, the X-Men cartoon and the comics, and I love it. So that sort of changes my or biases my opinion a little bit. I really liked the newer movies with Thor and the Avengers and whatnot. All of that's great. So I'm going to start by talking about some complaints I had. The one is, the Hulk kept getting cut all the time, which he's supposed to be so durable that he basically can't be hurt. So it doesn't make sense that he was being cut. And at one point, he's cut by this little insect creature that seemed to be pretty weak. So I'm not sure how they take a knife and are cutting the Hulk. That really bothered me. And along with that, at one point there's this other character, this female character that is supposed to be a good warrior and whatnot, but she's as strong or stronger than the Hulk, which it doesn't seem like she is in other parts. So that just doesn't make any sense to me. The Hulk is supposed to be one of the strongest Marvel characters there is. It does act as sort of a prequel to Thor Ragnarok, though, so that's pretty interesting. And if you're really into Marvel, maybe you would find it to be worth watching just because of that. There's this like little metal device that's used to control the Hulk, and they do the same thing in I don't know if it's one of the Avengers or Thor movies. I can't even remember. But at one point there's one of the units on another character, and he destroys it with a knife, but somehow he never destroys his own. So I'm not sure why you would let yourself be controlled if you could just destroy this little metal device on you. So that bothered me as well. The characters are really flat. They're not three-dimensional at all. They have essentially no depth. There was basically no character planning at all. Now, the Hulk has a tiny amount in that he gets angry, which is consistent, but nothing else. And he does have a slight character arc also, so it's not like there's nothing for him. He has a tiny amount, but nobody else. And the plot is pretty simplistic. It's entertaining enough, and there's some action and some fun and a little bit of a twist at one point. So it's entertaining. But I wouldn't recommend this movie unless you're a big fan of Marvel. If you're younger, seems like maybe it was meant for a younger audience. So overall, I would rate it, like a 7-ish, something like that. It's watchable if you want a quick movie to watch, but it's, pales in comparison to the live action movies for sure. And that's it.